English learners, and welcome back to another episode.
Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into something pretty much everyone loves, street food. So, when you're traveling, how do you feel about trying new foods?
Mm.
Like when you see all those street food vendors, do you go for it or do you kind of stick with what?
Yeah. I think that's a great question. And I think there are definitely two camps there.
Right.
The adventurous and maybe the more cautious eaters.
Exactly.
And I think that says a lot about people.
Yeah, it really does. And that's kind of what we're diving into today. Why we all find street food so fascinating.
Well, I think it's fascinating because it's something that transcends pretty much every culture. It's more than just a way to eat. It's about fresh ingredients. It's about often watching the food being cooked right there in front of you. The sights, the smells, the incredible burst of flavor that can really transport you somewhere else. And all these things are a really primal kind of experience.
Right. And English with Rose kicks off by posing a couple of questions directly to you, the listener. Do you enjoy trying street food? And if so, what kind of street food do you like? Are you more drawn to sweet or savory, spicy or crispy?
Yeah, it really makes you think about your own experiences and you know what you gravitate towards.
And it's a good jumping off point because street food is obviously a global phenomenon. And our source kind of takes us on a little whirlwind tour of some of the different types of street food that are out there.
Yeah, it's like a mini culinary world tour,
Yeah.
right? I mean, think about Thailand, for example. You've got these iconic dishes like pad thai
Yeah.
and that amazingly sweet mango sticky rice.
Yeah.
Then there's Mexico. You
Yeah.
can't talk about street food without talking about tacos. And then there's elote, which is that perfectly grilled corn. Have you ever had elote?
I have. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's so simple, but so delicious.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you've got India with the explosion of flavors in a samosa and the kind of the really unique experience of pani puri. And even something as simple as turkey simit, that sesame-crusted bread tells a story. It's just such a perfect example of how different cultures express themselves through this really accessible food.
Yeah, it's really a direct connection to a place and its people, isn't it?
Mm.
Especially if you're someone who enjoys traveling.
Yeah, what I found really interesting is how language can actually unlock so much of this experience. English with Rose provides some key English phrases that are super useful when you're interacting with street food vendors, whether you're in an English-speaking country or anywhere else in the world, really.
Yeah, like what's this called? I mean, that's essential when you see something that looks amazing, but you have no idea what it is.
Yeah, or a polite, "Can I have one, please?"
Yeah.
That'll get you a long way.
Yeah.
Of course, you got to know how much things cost, so how much is it is important.
Yeah.
Plus, does it have meat,
Mm.
which is essential for dietary considerations.
Yeah.
I think one of the best, though, is simply it smells amazing. It's such a natural and positive way to connect with the person who's preparing your food.
You're right.
It's a genuine compliment and creates a little human moment.
It's not just transactional. You're actually interacting with the person.
Right, exactly.
So you're having this cultural exchange.
It's a small thing, but it can really enhance your travel experience.
So we started off with those initial questions, and now I think maybe you as a listener have a little bit more context to answer these questions.
Yeah.
When you travel, do you actively seek out street food?
Mm.
And what stands out as maybe the most memorable street food that you've ever had?
Yeah, that last question, I think, is a particularly insightful one
Yeah.
because it encourages you to reflect on more than just the taste. It's about the whole experience, the
Yeah.
atmosphere,
Yeah.
the memories that are tied to that particular bite.
Right.
It's like Proust and his Madeleines, but with street food.
Yeah. Has shown us that this everyday experience can be a really great way to understand the world around us.
Yeah.
It's an invitation to explore,
Absolutely.
beyond the usual tourist spots and just see what kind of delicious discoveries are out there. So what tasty adventures await you next?
Bon appetit.
That's all the time we have for today's deep dive. But as always, we hope you've enjoyed the show.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.